Special in Buffalo today for the Bills and the Chargers, and Mr. Tasker joins us now. Hey, Steve, what has impressed you the most when you studied the game film when you looked at San Diego's win over Seattle?
Well, the fact that this was no fluke. They beat the Seattle Seahawks. This wasn't a late turnover with a fluke play. They beat the Seahawks. They held the football for 42 minutes. They kept it away from that Seahawk front four and that secondary. They went right at Richard Sherman with Keenan Allen. They also didn't shy away from their ability to run the football. They ran it when they needed to. And in a 120-degree day down on the field in San Diego, they made the Seattle Seahawks wilt. And that was something I don't think anybody outside the San Diego locker room thought was possible. And yet San Diego, with Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates leading the way, the San Diego Chargers had what I think is the most signature win of any team in the NFL thus far this season.
Wow, strong statement. I totally agree. Now, with that all said, Steve, do you think the San Diego Chargers can do it again? How do they match up with the Buffalo Bills?
They match up the exact same way against the Buffalo Bills they did against the Seattle Seahawks. Buffalo has a quarterback they don't ask to win football games, just make enough plays and do not turn it over, a la Russell Wilson in Seattle. The Bills sport a very talented and very physical front four on their defense and very good athletes on the back end of that defense. So it's going to be up to Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, Danny Woodhead, Keenan Allen, and the rest, Malcolm Floyd, to keep the offense on the field. Use ball control. Don't let E.J. Manuel and that running game of the Buffalo Bills get on the football field and run it. And plus, if San Diego doesn't turn the football over, it's going to be very difficult. Now, one thing that's going to be different this week, conditions will be a factor like they were last week in San Diego. It was heat last week. Today, it may be 25-mile-per-hour winds. Now, if you can see Phillip Rivers throwing into that wind or with it or against it, and the kicking game is going to have some fluky plays happen, that may throw a wrench into San Diego's ability to run as smoothly as they did a week ago. But nevertheless, let's face it, Phillip Rivers throws guys open. Antonio Gates was covered on 2 of the touchdowns he caught last week, and on the third one, Phillip Rivers had enough faith in him just to hang in the pocket and throw it late. And they made the plays. That's 3 touchdowns to those 2 guys between them, and that was the key to last week's game. It may have to be that again today here in Buffalo.
And that certainly was